Hi,
Hey,
Jason.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Feeling grateful to be alive and contributing music and positive vibes to these unique times.
Yeah. I'm May, by the way, from Met 107. A quick introduction. And can you tell us a bit more about your seventh album, Look for the Good, which is going to be dropping in less than a week? So
Yeah,
most of it is written and recorded at your home studio. Is that correct?
right. Yep, in this very spot. Um, I knew that 2020 was going to be a heated year. You know, it's an election year in the U.S. There's going to be debate. There's going to be conversation. Um, and I wanted to add to that conversation with some music you could dance to,
Yeah.
with some lyrics that could inspire you and remind you to look for the good in all situations and in all people and in yourself.
Yeah.
Because if we want peace, it has to start
Yeah.
within,
True.
right?
Right. So you are very giving and vulnerable at the same time with your lyrics and emotions. Are these upbeat 12 singles more or less about your personal experiences, would you say, or your surrounding inspired you?
Yep, all of the above. My surroundings in seeing the world sort of awaken, my surroundings in seeing nature always coming to fruition season after season. Uh, the internal awakening that one experiences just going through life, and every year you get a little older, you get a little wiser, maybe a little more ridiculous. I don't know.
Depends. Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, all true stories, and with just the goal of entertaining, inspiring, educating, and hopefully making 2020 a year that we can still dance to, regardless of all these other situations. You know.
Yeah. So, what inspires you to create, whether it's music or new projects or growing your avocado farm? Do you still have your avocado
Yeah.
farm?
You know, it just got dark outside, but it's right out that window there,
Oh,
and
nice. Oh, I'd
we grow
love to see.
a variety of fruits, and it's an honor and a privilege to work in food production, and I get to employ a lot of young people, and we have a lot of fun working in reverence with Mother Earth to pull these fruits out, and it's really exciting.
Oh, great. So, can you give us a few tips and tricks how you get out of a funk yourself, how you remain positive
Hmm.
during such a challenging time?
Yeah, it takes soul work. You know, it really does. You have to slow yourself down and not become distracted by everything that the mind is capable of.
Mm,
And one way that I can get around all of that busy mindness is by sitting down on an instrument like a piano
yeah,
or a guitar. And even if you don't have that, you can pick up a notebook and you can write. You can just write and write and write. And what that does is it takes all of that external and extra thought and it funnels it down into one thought. And eventually that thought is going to really resonate with what your heart feels. And if we can tap into that, then we can get control of the chaos and we
yeah,
can start to tell ourselves some important things. We can ask to be seen and heard so that we can express some of our pain and suffering. We can also forgive ourselves for things and suddenly transform ourselves by using a language that is more empowering and more healing to ourselves. Instead of making ourselves wrong and saying I'm stupid, I could say, well, I am learning and I am awesome. And so right away through language, I've shifted how I think of myself.
right.
And the more you practice that, the more you eventually can actually believe it and live it. So I turn to music. That's my tool. But maybe for other people, it's cooking.
Yeah.
I think writing is always is great because it's available to us.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I think also available to everyone is meditation. It's probably the hardest thing to do
Yeah.
because it involves stopping all other sort of distraction and busy work
Mhm.
and even distancing yourself from all of that mental chatter and know that you're none of those things, that you sit deeper inside. So that to me is like that's the stand-up comedy level of artwork. I think that's the highest art form of stand-up comedy, and then similarly, the spirit work is meditation. That's the highest art form in meditation. I'm sorry, highest art form in spirituality is meditation.
Yeah. Right. Well, thank you for your tips and tricks. And I just realized your Good Vibes tour was just around this time last year. You came to Thailand, Bangkok,
Wow. Wow.
right?
Time flies.
Yeah, time flies. Great concert that was. So, yesterday I went on my Instagram to ask friends and followers what they would like me to ask
Oh,
you today. And I got one very funny question. A friend of mine wants to know if you can still do hula hoops while you're serving.
while I'm surfing. I don't know. I haven't tried that in a long time. But I did do a show with my foundation back in February where I got to perform with a lot of great kids, and they brought me a hula hoop during the show, and I was still able to sing and perform while hula hooping. So to me, singing is like surfing. You're surfing on a sound wave. Once that big song starts, you can't stop it. Once that big wave comes, you can't stop it, right? You have to surf the song.
Right.
So yes, and yes, the answer is yes. I can still hula hoop and surf at the same time.
Okay. Right. It's been a pleasure to talk to you this morning, Jason. Is there any message you would like to leave our radio fans or your Thai fans here? Anything you would like to tell them about your upcoming album, which will be released in a week, or
Sure.
just how to cope with this difficult and challenging time?
Yes, the album works best if you play it, and it works best if you play it loud. So I recommend playing it very, very loud from your car, for your house windows. Um, and then, I'm serious when I say look for the good in everyone. It always seems impossible until it's done, but look for the good in everyone. And when we see the good in everyone, including ourselves, we will really finally cause change and get closer to world peace and a more equal, more fair and just world. So thank you for listening. Play it loud and keep looking for the good.
Right. Thank you so much, Jason, for your time this morning. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
You're
Have a
very
great
welcome.
one. Bye.
Thank you so very much. Bye bye.
Bye. สวัสดีค่ะ